Welcome everyone to Gamer Meld. Today we've got a potential leak for Microsoft's next-gen Xbox and more proof of the upcoming GTX 1660 Ti. But first, check out today's sponsor, Massdrop. They're a group buy website with some amazing deals on gaming hardware. It's free to sign up and they've got new deals all the time, so check that out in the description below. As many of you know, Microsoft and Sony's next-gen consoles are likely coming in the next year or two, and there's been a number of rumors pointing to dev kits already in the hands of developers. If that's true, which I'd be shocked if it wasn't or day one games couldn't exist, it was likely only a matter of time before we saw leaks from the future consoles, and today that could very well be the case. Shared on AMD's subreddit, we have an image of what looks to be something of a BIOS dump or command line for Microsoft's next-gen Xbox. Either way, we can see it has 32 megs of L3 cache, 1 GB of L4, which is probably the biggest thing that doesn't make much sense, but for now we'll let it slide since it could be from it being a developer kit, which I'll get to in a minute. The CPU is 8 cores and the SMT is turned off, but there's something called hyperscheduler, which I'm really not sure about. The more familiar hyperthreading is just what Intel calls their version of SMT, but that's also not what this is called and obviously couldn't be it since we're talking AMD here. But it shows upwards of 24 threads, so this could be some kind of new 3 or 4-way SMT. Moving down to the GPU, we can see it's called Arcturus 12, which may actually sound familiar. It was originally shared by a supposed AMD employee on the 4Onyx forum, to which people first misunderstood him to mean that it's the name of a new architecture, when in fact it's just the name of a chip. Now that actually does make a little sense here, and this particular Arcturus chip has 4096 cores, to which if this is the final version, we're talking about quite the powerful graphics card. I mean, that's the same amount of cores as full Vega 64, though these are potentially from a different architecture. Lastly, we can see it has 22 GB of video RAM. Now, obviously that sounds way out there, but keep in mind that dev kits, from what I hear, do typically have far more RAM. They do this so they can test unoptimized games. Still, while this is quite interesting, it's obviously not verified, and with a couple issues like calling it Scarlett with 1 T while most of the other rumors have it at 2 T's, it's tough to say. Oh, and speaking of name, some other rumors are calling it the Xbox 2, which, not to go on too much of a tangent here, is really dumb in my opinion. The Xbox One was called that because it was to be the one hardware to rule your entertainment system. Remember that it had a feature that integrated into your cable box? It was actually in the hardware. So if they name it 2, are they saying they want to be the second device you use? Whatever though, this is still a fun potential and could make the upcoming Xbox a serious beast of a gaming console. Lastly for today, we have even more proof of an upcoming GTX 1660 Ti. There's not too much here, but as you can see on the Eurasian Economic Commission, there's a submission for a trademark on the MSI GTX 1660 Ti Gaming Z 6GB, the GTX 1660 Ti Armor Overclock, and just the GTX 1660 Ti. For those who don't know, this GPU basically gets rid of the RT and Tensor cores for a cheaper price. So you lose ray tracing but gain affordability, and this is yet another example for proof of such a card. So while that does it for today, what did you think of the news? Excited for the 1660 Ti, or what do you think the new consoles are going to be like? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, definitely make sure to subscribe. And as always, have a great day.